So what's clear is that Singh did not join to bring down grocery prices or housing costs, both of which have skyrocketed since he joined this coalition. He joined to keep Trudeau in power so that he could get his pension.
Our story is one of neighbors.
I don't pretend that it's going to be easy.
Don't let your anger turn into hatred. We know that hatred is like a fire. When it's allowed to grow, it will consume everything.
Welcome to Orange Wave, the series discussing progressive news, culture, and all things related to the NDP. I am your host, Will Adams, and today we need to talk about the utter circus that is Canadian politics right now. And spoiler alert, the Liberals are the clowns. Quick recap for those who don't remember. Chrystia Freeland, Trudeau's finance minister, and let's be real, his political backbone just straight up resigned from cabinet. She didn't even look back. And of course, the moment the news hit, everyone started whispering, is Trudeau's time as leader done? Yeah, it should be. Dude's been coasting for years, and now the wheels are falling off. But wait, it gets even better, or worse, depending on how much faith you have left in this mess. Enter NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, dropping a whole damn letter like it's an eviction notice for the Trudeau government. And just to make sure no one misses the point, Singh basically said, "We are going to bring this government down." The Canadian dream is a job that gets you a home and a fridge full of groceries with enough left over to save for vacations. A country where healthcare is always there as soon as you need it. I believe every single Canadian deserves that. The Trudeau Liberals said a lot of the right things. Then they let people down again and again. Justin Trudeau failed in the biggest job a prime minister has. To work for people, not the powerful. To focus on Canadians, not themselves. The Liberals don't deserve another chance. That's why the NDP will vote to bring this government down and give Canadians a chance to vote for a government who will work for them. No matter who is leading the Liberal Party, this government's time is up. We will work forward a clear motion of non-confidence in the next sitting of the House of Commons. I called for Justin Trudeau to resign, and he should. He can't fix healthcare. He can't build homes you can afford. He can't lower your bills. I have always fought for people. I fought like hell to get dental care, free birth control, and diabetes medication. I didn't give up when Justin Trudeau said no, and I won't let Pierre Poilievre take it all away. The next fight is a big one. Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives will give CEOs and big businesses anything they want, and make callous cuts to pay for it. They will cut healthcare, childcare, housing, and people's pensions. Canadians can come together and build a country where we take better care of each other. A country where we create jobs, stand up to the threat of Trump's tariffs, and where everyone has a chance to succeed. I will be working hard to build a movement that can win in the next election. Join me in this fight. Now, if you can't read between the lines, let me help you out. The NDP is bringing a confidence motion forward. Jagmeet Singh is about to force the Liberals to put their money where their mouth is. And honestly, this is exactly what needs to happen. If Canadians are really still happy with Justin Trudeau, if they truly think that he's undoubtedly the best man for the job, then they can prove it at the ballot box. But let's be real, Trudeau's support is hanging on by a thread, and the Liberals know it. Now, let's address the inevitable nonsense that's making the rounds online. Myth number 1. Jagmeet didn't sign Poilievre's confidence motions because he's in it for his pension. Oh my god, this one kills me every single time.
Are you confident in Jagmeet Singh that he will support or not support this budget moving forward, which would, of course, trickle into an election if he does not support this?
Let's be honest, Jagmeet Singh is only concerned about his pension.
Oh man, this is.
First of all, let's get something straight. The only reason that you're saying this, and the only reason you even think this, is because Pierre Poilievre said it first, and you're just repeating it like it's gospel. You didn't think about it, you didn't fact check it, you just swallowed it whole and spit it back out. That's not an opinion, that's regurgitation. Second, If anyone in Parliament is in it for the money, it's Poilievre himself. The man has been sitting in Parliament for 20 years, 2 whole decades, and what does he have to show for it? Nothing. No meaningful bills, no impactful motions, just a lot of noise and photo ops. Jagmeet Singh, on the other hand, he's done more for Canadians in 2 years than Poilievre, Harper, and Trudeau did in almost 20. Dental care? Singh. Pharmacare? Singh. Housing initiatives? Singh. And that's just scratching the surface. It's really, at the end of the day, embarrassing for Poilievre, because at this point he's the poster child for political mediocrity. As for Poilievre's confidence motions, like on paper, that's where it gets really ridiculous. They called for Trudeau to axe the tax and to call a carbon tax election. Yeah, a carbon tax election. You know, the thing Poilievre campaigns on. And he actually wrote it in a confidence motion. He wrote Twitter bait, hyper-partisan nonsense designed to rile up people on social media. He wrote that in a confidence motion, like just very shamelessly, and he actually had the entitlement to expect Singh and Blanchet to sign off on it. If you think Jagmeet Singh or Yves-Francois Blanchet is going to sign something that in turn makes them look like they endorse Poilievre's rhetoric, you're out of your mind. Singh and Blanchet are not obligated to back bad policy just to score cheap points. But that is not why I made this episode. If you listen to Orange Wave, you probably have that kind of idea. The reason I actually made this episode of Orange Wave is because, well, if you go on Freds, X, etc., you've heard the chatter. Jagmeet Singh is dumb. This is political suicide. He's handing Poilievre the keys to 24 Sussex. But let me tell you something. You're wrong. You're so wrong, it's even more embarrassing than Poilievre's political mediocrity. You're looking at a chessboard. And Singh just moved a pawn. But what you don't realize is the guy's about to yell checkmate in 3 moves. So for those still listening, let's review. Singh is forcing a confidence motion and calling for an election. To some, this looks like chaos. To others, it's a gift to Poilievre. But to the trained eye, to my eye, this is a strategic masterstroke. Why? Because Jagmeet Singh knows something that Pierre Poilievre doesn't. Here's the thing. Unlike Pension Poilievre, Singh has his security clearance. That's right. Singh has read the election interference reports. The ones set to publicly drop in 2025. You know, the ones that are rumored to overwhelmingly feature, you guessed it, the Conservatives. Now Poilievre, he doesn't have a security clearance. In fact, he has refused numerous different times to read reports to see who in his party is compromised. He's in the dark. The man's playing political poker with no cards in his hand. And Singh, he has a royal flush. This is a massive scandal waiting to happen. A big, ugly, career-ending scandal. And when it hits, it's going to call Poilievre's leadership into question like nothing we've seen before. Let me paint you a picture. You got pandering Pierre I have my pension Poilievre sitting in Parliament for 20 years, achieving nothing of substance, with a resume that reads more like a LinkedIn profile for a motivational speaker, and, you know, that basically means, in short, that he wouldn't cut it in the private sector. Then you got Jagmeet Singh, a man with discipline, vision, and a knack for playing the long game. He isn't reacting to headlines, he's shaping the headlines. Singh knows that in politics, timing is everything. He's forcing Trudeau and Poilievre to show their hands before the 2025 bombshell drops. And when it does, guess who comes out looking like the only leader with integrity? Well, you guessed it. Singh. But why stop there? Let's break it down further. By calling for an election now, Singh is doing 2 things. First, he's showing Canadians that he is not afraid to take bold action. He's saying, I'm here for you, not for power. Second, he's positioning himself as the only leader who can clean up the mess that's about to explode. Meanwhile, Poilievre is out here spinning his wheels, yelling about carbon taxes and pretending to care about affordability, while sitting on a scandal that could destroy him and his party. If you think Singh doesn't see the bigger picture, you're not paying attention. And to revisit the topic of discipline, Singh didn't sign Poilievre's confidence motions, and people are losing their minds over it. They're saying, why didn't he back the Conservatives to bring Trudeau down? Well, let me ask you this. Why would Singh endorse Poilievre's partisan, self-serving nonsense? You want to talk about discipline? Poilievre's confidence motions were like a bad episode of Shark Tank. All flash, no substance. As I said earlier, they called for carbon tax elections. That isn't tangible policy, it's propaganda. Singh didn't bite because he knows better. His job is not to prop up Poilievre's circus act. And for some people, probably scrolling social media, half paying attention, and they're saying, but what if Singh hands Poilievre a majority? And to that, I say, stop. Just stop. Jagmeet Singh has absolutely no obligation to save a government that's failing on every front. He tried working with the Liberals for 2 years. He gave them a chance to deliver for Canadians, and guess what? They blew it. And the real kicker is that the same people praising Trudeau for programs like dental care and pharmacare conveniently forget that these are Singh's policies. The Juggernaut made those happen, not Trudeau. So if you're truly serious about stopping Poilievre, stop voting Liberal. Vote NDP. So as we're wrapping up today, let me leave you with this. Jagmeet Singh isn't just a party leader. He is a master tactician, a strategist, a man who sees the board when everyone else is just staring at the pieces. Calling for an election now isn't a mistake. It's a calculated move. It's the kind of bold, innovative leadership that this country needs. So before you write Singh off as dumb, take a closer look. The man's playing 4D chess, and by the time you realize it, he will be standing tall in the new NDP age, while the rest of them scramble to explain themselves. And with that being said, thank you for listening to this episode of Orange Wave. As always, I am your host, Will Adams. And remember, when it comes to politics, don't just play the game. Own the board. Stay sharp, stay woke, and I will see you next time.